When you stop trying to change yourself, life begins to move. The ones who have pushed themselves the hardest to do more, to become more, to grow faster, are often the ones who feel the deepest fatigue. You may want to pause, yet feel afraid to stop, so you apply more effort again. Many people find themselves caught in this quiet cycle, and yet the moments when life truly shifts often come not through force, but when the shoulders soften and the grip loosens. When you stop trying to become someone else, the flow begins to realign. You may have felt this before, that subtle sense that things start to fall into place without being pushed. Becoming is not about denying who you are and overcoming yourself. It is the gentle process of coming back into alignment with who you already are, not by effort, but by releasing distortion and returning to your natural position. In this video, we set aside the assumption that change requires struggle and quietly explore what unfolds within when alignment begins. Becoming may have already started. Chapter 1. Why trying harder can pull you further away. When we want to change something, our instinct is to apply pressure. We think more, plan more, and attempt to control ourselves more tightly. At first glance, this seems positive, but beneath it often lies an unspoken belief. I am not enough as I am. It's like trying to see your reflection clearly by stirring the surface of water. The more you move it, the more distorted the image becomes. Clarity only appears when the water is allowed to settle. Yet we keep reaching in, adding effort where stillness is needed. The thought, I must try harder, can seem motivating, but it also reinforces the idea that something is wrong with who you are now. No amount of movement from that place can resolve inner misalignment. Effort itself is not the problem, but effort built on misalignment slowly carries you away from where you intend to go. Recognizing this is the first step into alignment. Chapter 2. Becoming is not something you create. When people hear the word becoming, they often imagine adding something new: strength, confidence, ability, clarity. They believe that by collecting enough pieces, they will eventually arrive at their ideal self. But from the perspective of alignment, becoming is not an additive process. It is what happens when what already exists within you is allowed to emerge naturally. Nothing needs to be forced into shape. When unnecessary tension dissolves, your true form appears on its own. Like a musical instrument out of tune, the solution is not striking the strings harder, but making a subtle adjustment. Once aligned, the sound becomes clear without effort. Becoming is not about turning into someone else. It is about returning to your original resonance. When alignment occurs, effort decreases, and a quiet sense of coherence expands. Change becomes gentle. Chapter 3. Signs that alignment is happening. When alignment begins, life doesn't suddenly become dramatic, but internally, distinct shifts can be felt. Decisions lose their heaviness. Instead of searching endlessly for the right answer, a calm certainty arises. This feels right. Timing begins to synchronize. People, information, and opportunities appear without being chased. What feels like coincidence carries a sense of quiet inevitability. Most importantly, the voice of self-blame softens. You no longer feel the need to be perfect to move forward. Alignment is not about external conditions. It is the gradual release of inner tension. Noticing this shift is evidence that becoming is unfolding naturally. Chapter 4. What happens when you release effort? Letting go of effort does not mean giving up or stopping. It means adjusting direction, like swimming against a current and then sensing the water's flow, changing how you move, not abandoning movement altogether. When unnecessary effort is released, progress becomes smoother and less exhausting. The pressure of "I must" fades, replaced by a natural desire to move. Actions become fewer, yet more precise. Inner stability appears before external results do. The inner critic quiets, and the distance between you and your life begins to close. Alignment is not about doing nothing. It is about choosing a way of being that doesn't require strain. Chapter 5: The quietest path back to yourself. Returning to your true self may sound like a dramatic awakening. In reality, it is subtle and woven into ordinary moments. As alignment deepens, the need to prove yourself dissolves. You no longer rush outcomes or perform for validation. Honoring your present inner sense becomes forward movement itself. Your true self is not a distant, perfected version of you. It is the version that appears when excess tension falls away. Quiet, yet unmistakably real. Becoming is not about becoming someone else, but about reuniting with who you have always been. What effort could not reach was already beneath your feet once you stopped pushing. Final chapter: Becoming has already begun. As you've seen, becoming does not require force. It is the natural result of returning to alignment. If you notice your breath deepening or feel less urgency to rush ahead, alignment may already be unfolding. Nothing needs to be proven. Nothing needs to be fixed. Becoming is already in motion. Your true self is not an ideal future version. It is the you who exists now, without resistance. I am Realia. The quiet alignment you are choosing will guide your reality in the most natural way possible. If this video resonated with you, please support it with a like or subscription. And if something within you shifted, feel free to share it in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.